Yeah, thanks for joining, especially at this time of the week or of the day. We are a Berlin-based company. I think we found a pretty simple problem, a pretty simple solution for a big problem. I'll tell you how that works. Today, more and more enterprises embrace content creation and distribution, especially on mobile phones. And it's like not only about content marketing, it's about internal communication, service information. Like we see that as a big, big demand in enterprises bringing messages, content, services, information to mobile phones or their customers or stakeholders. But as a matter of fact, today, and like I myself also founded an agency many years ago, so we're doing a lot of custom work, knowing that business quite well. Technology for a lot of enterprises and also agencies still feels like this. Incredibly complex, painful, and in the end, of course, very inefficient. And on top of that, and as you know, like most enterprise softwares, a lot of software as a services here, of course, like, within that field, and we also feel ourselves an enterprise service. We try to, or what we think is like that enterprise user experience so far is very often pretty outdated. So what we founded is like the very first platform that like out of the box, end-to-end enables even small teams and organizations to provide a premium mobile content experience. And our platform really literally, and as I said, consists of an end-to-end turnkey solution. So we have a back-end ready to go in the browser, cloud-based system. You can hook up, set up your own channel, invite users right away, right to go. You have native apps in the store which you can download, and you can invite other users to collaborate, to read, or just to use those. And we have an open API. Coming to this a moment later, we are a very API-centric company. We think as a technology framework, so our open API enables any other kind of front end which you can very easily build on top of that. We think that's like, looking at enterprise content marketing and communication, that usually it's very inefficient. I think we have a solution that is very simple and efficient because it enables even small organizations without any IT guy or any IT integration to get that up and running. And it's so easy to use that you don't have to be an editor or you don't have to have any like training. You can really enable anybody to create and edit content and to bring it to a mobile phone of the stakeholder. And on top of that, that's what we think is also learning from like mobile experiences. Premium user experience on mobile phones is absolutely crucial. It's not about bringing the content to the mobile phone. It's really about like delighting users and really hooking up with what we all used from consumer user experiences. And I think our efficiency pitch is very easily understood if you look at today's model, because if enterprises, try to like bring contents to mobile phones of their stakeholders today, they usually go the left route, the traditional agency model, which ends up spending huge amounts of money setting up the whole thing initially, then like huge time to market and operational costs month by month, which usually just kills them. And if you look at our solution, you can have it up and running. It's free to prototype, to test. You can directly, within 10 days, really literally launch, and you just have a monthly software as a service fee that includes all updates, all services. Everything that usually was very, very expensive, very difficult to maintain. If you look at the platform, our core platform consists of everything you need. It has asset management, user management, like all kinds of features which enables you very easily to structure and to provide like valuable content. But if you look at, and that's I think what differentiates us from like normal like content management systems, I think we are very API-driven, API-centric, which means we have an open API for the output. We now provide native applications. We're also working on web front ends. Any clients, we already have clients building their own custom implementations. You can draw the data in any other front end. And that's, I think, for us, key. Also, the same input integration. We have an input API, which, like, think of Slack, very easily enables anybody to just put automatically content in there to make it more efficient. Because, as I said, we think it's not about the number of features, it's about the efficiency. So we think that's very valuable. We have, for instance, have a Slack integration. You can throw any content into Slack, and right away it goes to our platform. If you look at the product plans we are offering, I think you will understand where we're going. As I said, we are ready to go with apps, native apps you can download in the store. You can set it up right away, start iterating, prototyping, learning, invite users, set up your channels. So that's just like easy as it sounds, combined, as I said, with the premium user experience. But if you look at the premium plans we're offering, I think it shows really the potential. Because on the left, the Pro plan, which we're offering, already it's quite a few agencies using it. We open source all our front ends. Because we, as I said, we're API driven, we think of our platform. So all our front-end codes, all our apps, native apps for Android, iOS, and also what we are going to release for web will be open source. So any agency, any developer, any reseller can customize it and do whatever we want very easily. Within days, you can build your own app on top of our framework. And usually you have to deal with the backend, with the API, with the content, all that stuff. That's all there. So it's easy. You can really focus on the creative parts. But if you like think that's even too much IT friction and I don't want to do that, we can do that for you as well. We can also customize the app for you within a glimpse of an eye and really provide you with your own application, which we see a high demand for medium-sized companies which don't have any agency or no resources. As I said, we launched 1.5 years ago, more or less. We're just onboarding more and more customers, and I think we are on a good way, just driving our MRR. And if you're interested in what we're doing, get in touch.